out, everybody. We're going to get started here. Tonight we have two performers, Tim Jenkins and Marce. A little background, Marce is a singer-songwriter who toured up and down the East Coast, and also my wife, so we're incredibly biased. Tim Jenkins is actually a very seasoned songwriter from the Nashville area. He's done all kinds of really amazing stuff. More importantly, he's also going to share some of his poetry with us. So, very informal listening room environment. You guys can see it's a cool spot. So please get some food, get some drinks, and have a great time. So
thank you. There are three things you can never take back. So listen up, my sons. The hurtful word, broken promise, and the bullets from a gun. The grace waits. Grace waits for you. You never know. You're standing in the shade until the sun comes out. The only difference in a rut and a grave is how long you stay down. The grace waits. Grace waits for us. Grace waits. Grace waits for you. Thank you guys for spending Friday night with me. I was thinking I get to spend an evening with adults and playing guitar uninterrupted. And it's a wonderful thing. A lot of parents in the room probably feel the same way. So here's a poem about having a child. It's called Having a Child. Having a child is like agreeing to let your heart grow an entire new chamber. One that murmurs in long staff meetings and pointless commutes. One that grows so big it wants to walk down the stairs alone and out into the world that will never be thoughtful or kind enough. And asks, are you fighting when you're fighting? How are you, someone asks, and I say, fine, considering a chunk of my heart is wandering around the aquarium. Maybe the library by now. Why on earth do we agree to such a scheme? To be so vulnerable outside the protective prongs of our ribcage. To knowingly expand our capacity to hurt, but also to love must be the answer. Stay with the parent theme a little bit. Doesn't get covered enough in popular music. It's my day job. It was the longest day of the year. The day we waited for you. And I thought about how some others may want it, a sunny sky blue. Me, I'm sitting here wishing when we finally hear your cry, we'll sing you to sleep with a foghorn lullaby. Sounds like a drunken sea shanty. My mom's flying in from the city where I was born. And there it's 95 and the humidity is high, and people say it's finally getting warm. One summer we'll go and visit, and you can feel exactly why I moved to San Francisco and sing a foghorn lullaby. I think Johnny needs to do this. Ooh. Let's do another poem. Good. There we go. Good. I found silicon. Yeah, this one's one of my favorites. I don't know if anybody else is gonna like it, but anyway, I'll just read it to you. I'm not gonna tell you the title because it gives it away. The punchline. I was watching the profile of my son with the afternoon light in the late summer through the Japanese maple out the window, and his eyes focused far away and started a half smile, contented, like in dream sleep some 4 years ago when he was a baby. And I would watch him smile at who knows what, but now I can ask him, and I do. And slowly, like he means it so deeply, draws out every syllable of W, D, 40. He was really into W40. It actually is one of our best bonding times. We oiled every hinge in the house. Kind of going backwards in time on this next one, I guess. Hey, green-eyed girl, your hair so red, your dress so long and white. What are you doing here tonight? Thought I'd left you long ago, but winter's end, our bitter end was gone. Guess I was wrong. Get out of my dreams, get out of my bones. You're like a ghost inside of my home, with all the could have beens and the way back wins. You're a door into another world. What could have been me and you? Green-eyed girl. Hey, green-eyed girl, your hands so cold, your lips so warm and soft. You're only in my thoughts. Now, wasn't supposed to love you then, but then again I had promises to keep. The ones that would not let me sleep. Get out of my dreams, get out of my bones. You're like a ghost inside of my home. With all the could have beens and the way back wins. You're a door into another world. It could have been me and you. It should have been me and you. Green-eyed girl. And it was snowing on the beach. We were walking hand in hand, writing our initials in the snow above the sand. The wind that came along and blew us far apart. And though you're gone, you're still etched inside of my heart. Get out of my dreams, get out of my bones. You're like a ghost inside of my home. All the could have beens and the way back winds. You're a door into another world. What could have been me and you. Green-eyed girl. Green-eyed girl. One of the things I like about songwriting and then playing songs is I get to revisit all these terrible angsty periods of my life. I mean, so we'll just stay there. We'll stay there for a minute. I lit a cigarette by the front porch light. Thought about how what we done wasn't right. I let the air of the autumn night fall like a memory. In her pink pajamas, she walked out. She couldn't look at me, and I knew deep down that making love, we had thought somehow would make us love again. But the ashes of passion slowly smolder inside, and the embers are like memories. What used to be desire, we're all smoke, no fire. We went on and on about staying friends and how this didn't have to be the end. And I'll admit, yeah, sometimes lying feels better than the truth. Now she turned her arms across her heart as if to protect that broken heart. And I couldn't look at her as I walked to my car, but she's all I saw. In the ashes of passion slowly smolder inside, and the embers are like memories. What used to be desire, we're all smoke, no fire, no what's next? Well, I played all my good songs. That's how it works. We'll probably stay with the stuff you need to listen to. I hear there's a crew coming in that's been drinking a little bit. They're not here yet. Well, let's do some more country then. There are those of us who don't fit into this world, but God knows we try. You can read between the lines and around the corners of my eyes. Yes, there are those of us who don't fit into this world, who want the end and soon. Don't worry with us, we can muddle through. 'Cause even when the end has come, the end of us is still undone. 'Cause there are those of us who don't fit into this world, my brothers and my sisters, the dreamers, misfits, and disasters, who share a desperate love. Between those of us who don't fit into this world, 'cause even when the end has come, the ends of us are still undone. 'Cause there are those of us who don't fit into this world, and God knows we try. All we ask is let us take some comfort tonight. Thank you. Now the plan, if we didn't have 4 kids between us, I mean not together, but was to like do more of that. But we get jobs and stuff, kids. Let me do another poem, another song, man. I think I'm gonna turn it over. That one was fun. Oh, that one's too depressing. Actually, now let's do that one. Oh, okay, so we'll end this one like on a real down note. Yeah, because kind of Garmy will kind of bring you down and build you back up. And then it'll make Marcella sound better. We'd be happy to see her. Ain't you okay? Alright, well this poem's called Loss. We sat with her in grief, nothing else to do. An ancient rite of nervous jokes and silence, while loss's window waits, hung by heavy hooks, from corners of her eyes, corners of her lips, like tears had etched her sandstone skin, hollowed out from where what was taken had been. trying hard to decide where to go. Just listening to the distant voices. It's time to make a choice, and you know it's time to let go the heavy load. And all your life you've been carrying, walk down that endless road of sunlight and memory. You are sunlight and memory. Now you're floating high above the city. You're the high note of the symphony below. You reach out, touch the distant voices. It's time to make a choice, and you know it's time to let go your heavy load. And all your life you've been carrying, walk down that endless road of sunlight and memory. You are sunlight and memory. And 3:30 wide awake, you came to me, your spirit traveling through the ivory keys. I guess you had one last song you had to sing through me before you let go your heavy load. Let all your life you've been carrying, walk down that endless road of sunlight and memory. You are sunlight and memory. So we're going to do, I don't know if the MC wants to talk about it. We're going to do 30 minutes. Let's do 30 minutes. She can do 30 minutes. I'm going to do 30 minutes. And you do 30 minutes. Yeah?
Give it up for Tim! So this is a perfect opportunity for anybody that has not yet ordered a caffeinated drink to do so. Anybody that wants any food, it's pretty good. I hear the curry is spectacular. So this is such an amazing night, and I feel so much love in this room. You have no idea. My heart is like outside of my body right now. I think we've been waiting for this for about 7 years with Alan, for that one moment when our daughters were old enough to stay with a babysitter. And we could come back out into the world of adults. So for those of you that haven't heard any of my music yet and are somewhat satisfying curiosity, my songs typically fall into two buckets. One bucket is the types of songs that put voice to social issues. So I was raised in a family with a lot of Bob Dylan and a lot of Joe Baez and a lot of Mercedes Sosa and a lot of Violeta Parra. Basically, if there was anything to protest, they were playing it. And then the other bucket of songs are love songs or lack thereof songs. So I'm going to start with some of the social songs first. If you're scared of growing older, if you think your teeth are yellow, if you feel you're getting fatter, buy this pill, this cream, this car. If you're scared to go out walking, how about all those school shootings, wondering where they get those guns? You know at Walmart you can buy one. Read a couple magazines and get your dose of insecurities. Don't forget to switch the channel and catch the evening news. How scary the real world is, see how dangerous the streets are. Lucky that commercial shows you how you can buy it all away. No matter where you go, there's nowhere you can go to buy peace of mind, buy peace of mind. And no matter what I say, I can't make you see that you are just fine. Don't you know that at the end of the day, they just want to keep you trembling. They just want to keep you trembling. Oh. I guess I really see the logic in killing other people's children just in case they might grow up to hate us later on. Some say that guns will make us safer and that bombs will ward off danger. I see profit being made by keeping you and me no matter where you go, there's nowhere you can go to buy peace of mind, buy peace of mind. And no matter what I say, I can't make you see that you are just fine. Don't you know that at the end of the day, they just want to keep you trembling. They just want to keep you trembling. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of misery. To thee I sing, to thee I sing. Thank you. So, now that the Colombian connection has arrived, I'm going to sing a song that I wrote. I actually wrote the song in '99, but it came back to the surface for me. I don't know if many of you know that recently Colombia had a vote for peace
Yes, we heard.
that failed. The people decided to not vote in favor of peace, or in favor of a peace agreement that was on the table. And this song rings more true now than it ever did. It's called The Blind. waiting for me to breathe. I'm climbing up the walls to see the other side. Though there's a chance I could fall, there's a chance that I might fly. I think I'll take a trip past the dead end sign to a place where war isn't the headline. Now it's the blind leading the blind, 'cause we've taken an eye for an eye. So they say there's no end in sight. You know they can't tell left from right because they're too caught up in the fight. Standing in a room that has no doors. The people with me are tired and torn. We're sowing seeds of anger and fertile ground, looking through tainted eyes that we've been handed down. Now it's the blind leading the blind, 'cause we've taken an eye for an eye. So they say there's no end in sight. You know they can't tell it from right because they're too caught up in the fight. Ay, tierra hermosa, primorosa, porque sufres hoy tantos quebrantos. Colombia mía, ¿quién diría que tu cielo azul nublaría ya no? Échate para atrás, échate para atrás, échate para atrás. Échate para atrás, que estás ciego, oye, échate para atrás. Échate para atrás, que estás ciego, oye, échate para atrás. En mi tierra hay tanta guerra que el amor queda olvidado. A mi pueblo yo le pido que deje el odio a un lado de él. Standing in a room that has no doors. The people with me are tired and torn. We're sowing seeds of anger and fertile ground, looking through tainted eyes that we've been handed down. Thank you, thank you. How's everybody doing? Drinks, some camp food. So, as I said, there's the two buckets of songs, the sort of protest songs and then the love songs. So, here's a love song for you. And actually, this song, I was playing it yesterday, or day before yesterday in the kitchen, just kind of warming up. And I hadn't figured out a bridge for it. And so
What, a
Mia,
bridge
my 6-year-old, wrote the bridge. You haven't heard this one before. It's been a long time since we kissed, far too long for me. I can still feel you on my lips, sweet memory. Like when you kiss me, like when you kiss me, like when you and when it comes to being yours, sign me up for more. 'Cause when you look me in the eyes, I feel so adored. Like when you kiss me, like when you kiss me, like when you Isn't it a nice bridge? I mean, come on. This from a kid that when she was 3 in the shower, her first song was, "If you want to spell my name, rock stars, how you do it." So we know what we're in store. Like we've already projected what our life is going to be like. Yeah. Well, as you know, or most of you know me enough to know that I'm a hopeless romantic. But I did have to go through this dark phase in college where I dove headfirst into the dating pool. And this is the outcome of that song. So for all of my lovely friends that I know are in the dating pool, this is for you. Left on a path to a place full of regret, losing touch with reason, bewildered, knowing the world will never be the same. She looks on as he stands beside her, one hand tight in the pocket of her blue jeans, and she says, "Tell me something, I don't know, something new I haven't heard, but let me warn you, I've heard them all. It's not you, it's me, I've been so busy, I don't have room for anyone in my life. You're such a nice girl, I don't want to lose you, I'll call you tomorrow, we can have lunch." She steps back, stretching out her hand, saying goodbye is easier than it seems. He looks down with eyes full of regret, and she says, "Tell me something, I don't know, something new I haven't heard. Don't be surprised if I walk away. I have a feeling there's nothing more to say." It's not you, it's me, I've been so busy, I don't have room for anyone in my life. You're such a nice girl, I don't want to lose you, I'll call you tomorrow, we can have lunch. Spare me the words, I've heard them all before. Same shit, different day, there's nothing more to say. Walk away, walk away, yeah. So I went from there, from that dark place, to I was working an office job, and I'm actually back at an office job for the first time in 10 years. Yeah. Well, so this was back in college. I worked my way through college, teaching faculty how to use technology. That was like my thing. And I was very jaded, very bitter. Earned my bitterness, like every bit of it. I wasn't gratuitous in any way. And then Alan showed up. But he had a hard time breaking through the bitterness. Yeah. So this song was that first attempt of him trying to break through. It's a day like any other. I sit around and think, why bother? It'll rain anyway. I drink my coffee while it's hot, and I pour some brandy in it. Why not? 'Cause I am late anyway. Catch the bus and go to work and spend the morning feeling hurt, wondering why today would be any different. Then he walked into my office. He said, "Good morning, how are you, miss?" I got, wait, I got said, "Good morning, how are you, miss? What's your name?" Anyway, so I looked down at my name tag and asked him if he could and we both smiled. Got the bus and went back home feeling a little less alone. Funny how one day could make things different. Yesterday he brought me flowers. We sat around and talked for hours. We read Marx in the dark. It's a day like any other. How are we on time? Are we good for a couple more? Yeah? Yeah? So back to the political side. Back to the political side. I don't know if any of you have had any sort of encounters with health insurance. Yeah. I have friends that have had babies. I call them the $1 million babies because that's how much the bill came for. I've seen just stories of doctors, people that are really just, they have a calling to the medical field and they want to help people that are somehow trapped in this cycle of unless you're making us money, you can't really help people. So I wrote this song for that kind of like the health insurance crisis. It's called Nameless. Driving through nameless faces, going out to their homes on a nameless street, and see the nameless dog go out into the nameless neighbor's yard to steal the nameless papers for their owners to read, and look at the nameless school still teaching about nameless fools and going over social tools they think kids might need, but past the nameless restaurant next to the bar around the block you'll find the nameless hospital that not all can reach, and through the double doors ahead you see them standing in line, while some shameless company steals their hard-earned dime. The cure to their grief is 2 doors on the left, but the money they need is more than they'll ever get. Oh, doctor, can you help Jane and John? Look at these passers-by, reading all the wordy signs, selling them a pill to help them go to sleep, 'cause you know if they stay awake, they'll realize it's a big mistake to keep on hiding symptoms of a social disease. And drink little Johnny Doe can't sit still when he's indoors, 'cause all he wants is to be on the baseball field. Well, clearly he's sick, you see, because he hates geometry, but two of these and he'll be just as quiet as Janie. Through the double doors ahead you see them standing in line. Without insurance, rest assured their pain will not die. The cure to their grief is 2 doors on the left, but the money they need is more than they'll ever get. Oh, doctor, can you help Jane and John? They're the nameless patients in the 3rd row. When the choice is life or a tag on their toe, they didn't know that help was spelled H-M-O. You look a bit upset, I didn't mean to get you down. Might be your conscience or that flu going round. Oh, doctor, can you help Jane and John? friend Jenkins introduced me to this place. We actually went to spend a really great afternoon with his family, and he pulled out his guitar and started playing the guitar, and I was like, yes! And so I brought out my guitar and started playing the guitar, and it was like, finally, okay. And one of the first things he asked me, he said, have you been to Bazaar Cafe? And I'm like, what? There's a place nearby my house where there's a listening room? This can't possibly be. I love San Francisco. So about a week after that, I wrote this song, and it's the first song that I've written in a long time. When your hopes are as thin as the soles of the shoes you're walking in, the road ahead looks so full of stones, you're wondering if you'll make it home. And when the darkness is too much, you're scared, you're crying, but there's no one there. You've hit rock bottom, no judgment here. The only way to go is up. You found your answer and now it's clear. The only way to go is up. I volunteer, no words of wisdom here. I'll just sit and listen. I won't pretend to know what you're feeling. I know it's not my lesson. And when the silence is too much, you're scared, you're crying, but there's no one there. You've hit rock bottom, no judgment here. The only way to go is up. You found your answer and now it's clear. The only way to go is up. I volunteer, no words of wisdom here. I'll just sit and listen. Okay. All right. So I guess the parting song for this set is a song that has a little bit of history. This one, I was living in Miami, and for any of you that have been to Miami and seen Miami Beach, that was the world that I was up against with these songs. And yet, I got approached by a label that said, you know what, we think that this is fantastic, let's meet. So I go to Lincoln Road in Miami Beach, and I meet up with this really huge exec who says, you know what, I think you're great, we love your music. What do you feel about plastic surgery? Again, Miami, Lincoln, like, so I looked at him and I said, I think that it's fine if you want to do it. Like, I think you look great, but, you know, it's all good, like personal choice and all that. So it was at the time when Christina and Shakira, and they were all dyeing their hair blonde, and they were very upfront, and I appreciate that because they didn't waste my time. They said, you know, what the market right now wants is blonde and petite, and, you know, they want something that we can package, and I think that we can do a lot with your voice and your music, but we would need to have the right package. And I said, all right, thank you so much for your time. I understood, but I walked away, and I wrote this song, which, the story continues, ended up winning Song of the Year, sponsoring VH1 Save the Music.
No.
Yeah, girl.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a fuck you to them. It's called I Told You So. There's no changing, no exchanging, no rearranging my mind. It seems we've reached quite an impasse. This time, it's my psychological profile. No, you can't give it a nose job. I keep my eyes glued to the window, cause my manners have turned out there's only so much I can take. I got sick of the hypocrisy, the counterfeit facsimile of kindness replicating hate. Stop telling me what I should do. Would you like it if someone lived your life for you? Well, guess what? The door is open. I'll be fine once you go. Just remember, a few years from now I'll be saying, I told you so. Exactly who do you think you are? What entitles you to judge me? Screw modesty, how about some honesty? Look at yourself, then look at me. Do as I say, not as I do. That philosophy applies to you. Well, guess what? The door is open. I'll be fine once you go. Just remember, a few years from now I'll be saying, I told you so. Oh, oh, oh. I told you so. Oh, oh, oh. And if you want to learn to walk your talk, I'll teach you how to run. You already know how to crawl. But just so you know, there's no changing, no exchanging, no rearranging my mind. It seems we've reached quite an impasse. This time, na 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 na. Woo!
So we're going to take a short break. If you guys want to use the restroom, get some food, talk and mingle, and then